Good afternoon. Good day of work out there on the fields. I think I just got word from Jay that the game's officially a sellout right now, which is kind of what I expected. But I think it's exciting, and it's a great precedent that's being set this year with our Big Ten football games. Questions?
Now that Michigan named Gardner as a starter, did that change your preparation at all today?
It really didn't. It really didn't. Yeah, he was somebody we knew we were going to have to get ready for all along, and he finished the last game, so you kind of anticipate him being the starter.
He's, a dual threat guy. Why do you think Rutgers overall has been successful against dual threat quarterbacks the last few years?
I don't know if I would ever generalize, and say we've been successful against any one thing. I think when you're successful, it's because you execute your defense, and I think we've got a good game plan. I think the players have done a nice job learning the game plan over the course of the week, and now we're going to have to execute it, and then you're going to have to tackle. Right, because you can execute the game plan, but when you get to the ball, you got to get it on the ground, and you got to get more than one guy there because Devin Gardner's hard to get on the ground by himself.
When you build the defense off of the idea of team speed, does that help in a game like this?
I think it does. But I feel like the way our defense is built, when we play the more conventional offenses, we've proven to be pretty good against the run against those teams as well.
I guess we have to ask you this kind of every Thursday. Any injuries / depth chart changes?
We'll put the report out a little later. If anything, I think some guys are improving. I think that's what you'll see when it comes out. I don't think it'll impact the depth chart.
On Monday, you hinted that depending on the health and linebacker situation, you might play more nickel. Are you healthy enough right now to play the way you want to play against Michigan?
I think so. Yeah, I think we are.
Kyle, you mentioned the blackout. Just a little more on the atmosphere. We've had blackouts in the past, the night game, the Big Ten game. What do you expect for Saturday night?
I think it'll be everything that we want it to be, just like it was a couple weeks ago. I think it'll be electric. I think it'll be one of the great, really one of the great venues to see a college football game in and play and coach in a college football game in the entire country. It'll be on national TV, so people will get a chance to see it right along with us. I think it'll be a great representation of what home football games are going to be here going forward.
I know the players like the family on the back of the uniform. Are you allowed to do that this year?
Not allowed to do it. No, we're not allowed to do it. The NCAA came out with a rule or more guidelines in terms of uniforms, and the only exception would be when you're playing a military academy.
So will you put names on the back?
Their names will be on the back like the scarlet and white uniforms.
I'm sure it's probably going to depend on health and whatnot, but how comfortable are you with Andre Hunt if he has to start at free safety?
Very, very. Andre's a reliable guy, and it's the reason his role has gotten a little bit bigger and bigger as his tenure here has gone along. He does a great job of understanding where he fits in the puzzle, on special teams and on defense. So tremendous confidence in him.
Kyle, how about where Gary's at right now? I asked him this too. I mean, I'm sure it's more game plan or not, but wasn't asked to do a whole lot against Navy, and then obviously comes in and has the big game against Tulane. Was that just game plan, or is that a sign of more confidence growing in him as Penn State gets further in the rearview mirror?
It's probably more a matter of how the game goes. Every week. I don't know that we'd ever go into a game saying we were going to run the ball as many times as we did against Navy. I don't think that that's the case. But if you get into a game and you're having success, you're going to continue to do it. You don't want to get away from it if you're having that kind of success. So we had a lot more in the game plan for him against Navy than we used. And then we had enough that we used, I think, against Tulane last week. So I think Gary's made excellent strides since that game. I think he's done a good job. And now, this week will be judged on Saturday. I think he's had a good week, but ultimately every week is judged on Saturday.
So when you check out the advanced weather reports, how much game planning how much do you take the weather, potential rain into the game plan?
I think you want to be conscious of it. I've never felt that rain is as big a factor as wind. I think rain is a minor effect on the game, not a major. I think wind can have a tremendous effect on how you play the game on offense, on defense, and on special teams for sure. The reports I've seen say the rain's going to stop before kickoff, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. As long as it doesn't just rain on our sideline.
Kyle, when an opponent is struggling a little bit, is it any more important to get out to a lead so they don't get any confidence, particularly when you're at home? Do you buy into any of that, or not allowing them to?
I think it's going to take 60 minutes. I think that's what I think that's what your question is kind of speaking to that. I think it's going to take 60 minutes to win this football game. I don't think it'll be any less than that. I don't put a lot of stock in whatever's surrounding their program affecting their football team. I think if anything, it'll galvanize their team. They'll bunker down as a team. I think football teams are very resilient by nature. So I don't think, if anything, I think it's probably had a positive effect on them in terms of focusing their football team on the next opponent and shutting everything else out. So I expect to get their best punch. I expect to get their best effort. I don't have any doubt about it.
Time for two more.
This is obviously Joe's first season here calling the defense. I know he's done in the past, but he's faced a lot of different offenses. Can you kind of just assess how maybe you know, about players progress? Have you seen anything from him in that respect?
I think he's done a good job week to week adapting, to what we've seen. It's not an easy task that they had, but I think that part of it started in the off season. There was a lot of extra prep work that went into all the different opponents we were going to see this year, and I've spoken about it before. Doing things in May while we're on the road, recruiting at night that generally we would do in June because you have a little bit more familiarity with it. And I thought they did a good job of it then. I still think they've done a good job of it because I think the plans have been good. Thank you.
Thank you.